How to live without fear and worry. The cause of worry. Of all adverse mental states, one of the most unhealthy and dangerous is prolonged worry. Why do people worry? In the ultimate analysis, there is only one answer. People worry because of the concept me and mine, or what is known in Buddhism as the delusion of self. Nearly all animals lower than human beings are motivated by instinct. This is not so with man, who has superior thinking power as well as intuition. With his rational intellect, he creates the idea of a permanent ego for self-preservation. Buddhism is unique in the history of human thought, in that it points out the self or soul idea is merely a concept, with no correspondence to reality. From this belief of self, a person develops wrong ideas of me and mine, together with all cravings, selfish desires, conceit, pride and other unwholesome thoughts. This concept of self is the main source of all problems, ranging from personal conflicts to wars amongst nations. From this idea of self, man believes in the false notion of a permanent body, which must be satisfied, and at times goes to extremes in satisfying the craving body. The fear of not having his needs and desires met to his full satisfaction brings him worry and anxiety. Hence, worry is nothing more than a negative state of mind, arising out of attachment to worldly pleasures. The stronger the attachment is to a thing, the greater is the fear of losing it. The moment one's particular need is satisfied, a person starts longing for another. In a similar way, one becomes afraid of getting or coming into contact with something considered undesirable. This attachment to pleasant feelings and dislike for the unpleasant ones gives rise to worry. Sometimes, when taken to extremes, fear may arise because of attachment or association with specific objects or situations, which are harmless in themselves. Such cases are known as phobias, like fear of darkness, fear of enclosed spaces, fear of open spaces, fear of heights, fear of animals, fear of devils and ghosts, fear of thieves, fear of enemies, fear of charms, illusory fears of being attacked or killed by someone. Lurking in the background, the worries and suffering which a person experiences are nothing more than the interaction of his selfish desire with changing worldly conditions. The failure to understand this fact is the cause of much suffering. But for a person who has trained his mind to realize the real nature of life and its characteristics, he has indeed made progress in overcoming his suffering. He realizes that departure or separation from pleasant experiences and those whom he loves are unavoidable. This can happen at any time, whether at the start of a career, at the middle, or even at the end. The only certainty in this uncertain world is things must come to an end. So a person who thinks he is indispensable, or that he must be around to see what is to be done, should consider what will happen when he is no longer around. He will be missed, and his absence will be felt perhaps for a short period of time. Since no one is indispensable in this world, the world will still go on as usual without him. If that be so, then why should he worry himself so much, harboring imaginary fears that only harm his health, and eventually shorten the period towards the end of life's journey, death? The separation of togetherness also brings suffering. A person feels lost, dejected, hopeless and frustrated when someone beloved leaves him or her. This is a natural process. People experience suffering whenever they are rejected by those whom they love. But sometimes, instead of learning to cope with the situation by allowing time to heal the wounds, they become paralyzed with dejection, pondering about it over and over in their minds, looking for ways and means to mend their broken hearts. Some even express their anger and frustration through violent methods.